For as long as I can remember, I've been a huge worrier. I'm literally a professional when it comes to worrying. I will worry about the future, my health, what's in the news, my child, you name it. I also find myself taking on other people's worry as if that is somehow helping them. It has truly been a struggle for much of my life. I know and I honestly love the logic and truth of Luke 12:25. Jesus is speaking to his disciples and he asks, "And which one of you by worrying can add a single hour to your life?" I've always envied those who don't have the tendency to go to the worst case scenario in their minds. My husband is one of those people. When I start going down my rabbit hole, he will often say, "Shelley, how many of your worries have ever actually ended up coming true?" Usually I want to go right back at him with, "Stop being so sensible." It's so hard though when you're in that pit to think rationally. Going back to the certainty and logic of Luke 12:25, worrying simply gets you nowhere. God gave us a mind to reason, and his word shows us that all worry is rooted in fear and the illusion of control. I know that he doesn't want us to spend our days enslaved in anxiety, yet there have been so many seasons in my life that I have been. Something that has helped me deal with this is simply the act of remembering. First, remembering that God is for me, and that even if my own worst fears are realized, I will ultimately not just be okay, but I will have felt the nearness of God in a new and beautiful way. Secondly, remembering his word. Verses like John 14:1, "Don't let your heart be troubled. Believe in God. Believe also in me." To believe and remember that he is the ultimate timekeeper of every minute we have on this earth, and that no amount of worry or perceived control will change that. Lastly, remember that it is the enemy himself who wants to steal our days. In many cases, for me at least, he does that by keeping me anxious and unable to focus. But with the help and the power of the Holy Spirit in us, we don't have to let him take one more day from us. A few years ago on vacation, my friend Jeff and I were sitting on the beach lamenting about our shared tendency to excessively worry. We were discussing John 10:10, where it says, "A thief comes to steal and kill and destroy." Jeff made the point that our life is like a book. We only have a certain number of pages or days. It has been predetermined. Every day that we fill with worry instead of living in freedom is like the enemy ripping a page out of our book and just throwing it in the trash. I've never forgotten that mental picture. I even remember joking that my book would look like it had an entire chapter missing. But now, as I get older, I am more aware of this cycle and more determined than ever to not surrender another one of my precious days here on earth to worry. I have the power of the Holy Spirit to make sure that the rest of my pages stay intact. Every day is a gift. Don't throw even one away on worry. Believe God. He is for you, he is able, and he's got this, whatever it is.